Hi guys, welcome to day 3 of what my 20s taught me, and today I have with me in the studio in our house my wife.
Hi.
Her name is Elias, and today we'll be sharing on relationships. But the twist to this is not just a relationship in the sense of boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancé, but relationships generally, friendships actually. Because 2011 for both of us was a year of many friendships that shaped our future basically. Many of those friendships, we still have them till today. So I'll let her start, share on what that looked like for her, and then I'll pick it up from there as well.
Hi guys, I'll start with my personality first.
Okay.
Then how I go through the things I thought were cool about me, but were not really cool. So basically, I am an independent person. I like listening to myself basically. When people tell me things, it just sounds very alien to me, especially when it's not my opinion or it doesn't tally with what I think.
Till today?
No, at least now it's unraveling as the time goes by.
Yeah.
But basically, I was not open to friendships. Right then, I could be your friend, but there's a way I'll pull myself back from you. It's as though I'm kind of afraid of being hurt or disappointment. So I'll smile at you and everything, but then retreat to my personal space.
Yeah.
But meeting Kola before we courted, before we even got married, he became my friend and we talked about these things. You might not find there's an issue, but I knew how intense it was for me to talk to anybody. And the hardest part for me was that I was unable to open up to people. Very hard. It was like I find it very ridiculous when people tell me, "Oh, I have a mentor." I look at them like, "You're not even strong." Or they tell me, "I've talked to my pastor," and I'm like, "Me, I don't have any pastor, and I'm okay." I was so stubborn that way. So it helped me see that sharing is the best thing ever.
Absolutely.
The more you share your problems with people, the more you're able to overcome them. But if you always listen to yourself and think, "Oh, I know best for myself," it kind of twists. The logic sounds good to you because you can only hear yourself. But when you allow yourself, when you open yourself to other voices, other safe voices, it helps. That's what it helped me through. And I also had another mentor, Bro Caleb Barogi, God bless him. Is my modern day AW Tozer. Is very
Wonderful man of God.
very straightforward, very disciplined. He helped me through most of the spiritual things I was going through. We prayed together, and even regarding saying yes to him, it was through him. He helped me through that part. So I think my lesson to you out there is that friendships are the best, especially with the opposite sex. That's for me now with men, but there's a thin line between being friends with a man and getting notions about the friendship you have with them. I honestly, I don't know how I got through. It could be by the grace of the Holy Spirit, but grace of God.
All of the above.
It could be by the grace of God. That sounds like too long. Like that sounds like God. I hear it. It could be by the grace of God, but when I was friends with Kola, I didn't get into my head to say, "Oh, is he my husband? Is he not?" Especially bro Caleb, you can't even see what to be. You can't even entertain the notion because it drew the boundaries so much that I knew exactly where I stood and who he is to me. And that's what I'm imploring you to do. That if you're friends with someone, especially when it's a destiny friendship where you guys are talking about maybe studying the Bible together, and talking through issues. As a woman, I'm saying to the ladies out there to say, don't get it twisted. And don't overthink the man's attention to you, especially if you're not in a relationship. Or even if you are, don't think that the mentor is not better than your partner. If God hasn't said anything to you specifically about the man, just let the friendship continue and get as much juice like as much juice as you can get from it. So you know that after everything, even if you don't get to see yourself for ages, the things you're taught still stands. Right now, Bro Caleb is like my hero, basically. Like, I say his name in reverence, not because I worship him, but because he put too much, like, he poured himself into me, and I was able to see myself clearly. And yeah, I think I'll stop there now for now before I go on with my ramblings.
I mean, there's nothing as beautiful as genuine friendships, but friendships are volatile, and that's the perspective I'm bringing into this. Volatile in the sense that as beneficiary as they can be, friendships can also be your undoing. So for me, 2011 was indeed a year of many friendships. One of the most significant friendship being friendship with her. Well, I mean, there are just some everyday friendships, people that you meet by virtue of the fact that you're living together, you're neighbors, you do life together on every daily basis. And some of those kind of friendships became destiny friendships for me. But where it becomes volatile, which I'm talking about, is the fact that many of those people are ladies. There's this terminology we use there. We talk of counselor-counselee relationships in the context of family house, NCCF family house, couples living together, young adults living together. But the point is being able to, like she was trying to say, maintain the balance through that. If I wanted to take someone for granted, God forbid, I mean, I could probably have 3 different sons and daughters for 3 different ladies by now. But being able to be in the midst of that kind of a scenario and knowing right from the beginning that each of these friendships are purpose driven. There was actually like 7 of us, ourselves inclusive, that we actually came together on a more intimate level, I would say. 3 guys, 1, 2, 3, 3 guys and about 5 ladies. 4 ladies, 3 guys, 7 of us, and we come together in the house of one of us. That is, it doesn't stay with the rest of us in the family house. It stays outside of the family house. We go to his house, sleep on his bed, talk together, share together, have communion, break bread. We use bread and coke as communion. Pray over issues in our lives. As in, that was friendship on another level.
We called ourselves Sect of Love.
Yeah, Sect of Love. She named us actually. She gave us that beautiful name, and it was the most significant thing ever for me for my NYSC year, because in those seeming everyday normal conversations and evening gatherings and meeting together, we settled many issues as per destiny, as per our future. We're just doing life together and enjoying it, and nothing was crossing our mind about this other brother and this sister. We're not pairing ourselves up.
You wouldn't know though. Just say you.
Yeah, I would say maybe.
The temptation for us to actually think it could be one of us that's going to marry one of us.
I think the most significant of such relationships then was what was happening between all of us. And the interesting thing in all of this is that all of those other people were part of the significant voices that further convinced, or not convinced us, but kind of assuaged our doubts, because they could see what we are not saying. It took me quite a while to actually come to terms with the fact that she's going to be the one. Like I said, I was happy doing friendship with her, being her friend, and just helping her through the things that God has laid on my heart to help her through. But when the whole issue of relationship in the next level started setting in, I had my doubts, and like you heard her say, she had her doubts as well. But many of these friends and friendships were part of what actually helped us to see ourselves in the light of what God is about to do. And we are glad God is doing it, and we're glad to be doing life together now. Yes. But emphasis again on, if there's anything to take home from this, it's one, friendships are timeless, they're important. At the phase of your life where you're in a position to maintain intimate, destiny-laden friendships, don't take it for granted. Engage in those friendships. And those friendships doesn't have to be just with same sex. You can have friendships with the opposite sex. But when you are having friendships with the opposite sex, set the boundaries. Right from the beginning, understand what you're getting yourself into. Don't lead a lady on or a sister on and just be giving signs, and then all of a sudden you come and crash the whole signs you've been given by saying there's another sister somewhere and breaking someone's heart. It just doesn't work that way, and that's not godly, to be honest. So in all of doing friendships with people, let's have that balance and that foundation at the back of it. I don't know if you have some final words.
Yeah, and I also say to the ladies too, when you're being friends, say for example, if you're in a relationship and you have a destiny friendship with another person. Destiny friendship sounds too mouthful. Just basically someone you know that in that phase of your life needs to lead you, or you need to be together, like talk together to get through that your phase.
Yeah.
And you know you're in a relationship. If that friendship is disturbing your relationship, you might have to go back to your boyfriend or your fiance to say, do you agree with this? Is this something you want? Because basically you can't let your destiny friendship ruin your relationships. Like there should be a fine balance to it. Whatever you're doing, let it not be secretive, or let it not be your own stubbornness because you believe God said he should be your friend, then he should be your friend. I'm just saying, let it be clearly defined and know exactly where you stand and what you aim to gain from the relationship, and so it wouldn't affect other aspects of your life. And also, for example, if you're a single lady, I'm not an expert in this, I'm just saying it from my experience, that if you're a single lady and you have a friendship with another spiritual brother, I'm just saying to you, don't overthink it. Don't start cooking for him and washing his clothes, or asking him or calling him with your bedroom voice to say, have you eaten, and things like that. If you give the brother ideas that he doesn't even have, and compromise the exact assignment is there for you to do with you, if he's going to be your husband, or if he's going to propose to you, then he will. You don't have to do the flirtation hair flip and the whatever it is we do to make a guy notice us. I'm just saying that clear boundaries are the best. It nourishes the friendship. Let integrity run through your friendships, especially when you're single. And thank you.
Beautiful. So, do friends, be good friends. I think there's a verse in Proverbs that actually says something about being friends by being friendly. So be good friends. Be a very wonderful friend to someone, and then that way you receive friends as well. Tomorrow I'll be sharing more on 2012. I'll find something to share along that line. Till then, see you soon. Bye.
Bye.